Recently, I was listening to a podcast about Mexican culture, and in the episode I listened to, they were talking about a food substance called Huitlacoche. It's not something you eat by itself, but you add it to other food. It's considered a delicacy, a gourmet item in Mexico. I'd never heard of it, and I was intrigued and wanted to know more. And then when I did find out more about it through the podcast, I thought, wow, that sounds really disgusting. And then I thought, I've got to try it. Something that's disgusting, that's considered a delicacy, is worth exploring. So I checked local restaurants and found out none of them had that particular item on their menu. But by asking around, I found out that there was a restaurant up in Woodburn, Oregon, about a 30-minute drive from where I live, that served it. So I headed up there and had an adventure of trying something I hadn't tried before. Okay, I've arrived at Hymex's Mexican restaurant. When I go inside, I'm going to order something called quesadilla with Huitlacoche. I'll tell you more about it when I get inside. Okay, here I am at Hymex. I've ordered my quesadilla de Huitlacoche at the counter, and now I'm just going to go find a place to sit and they will bring it out to me. I'm going to have an horchata to drink with it. Should be muy sabroso. Hasta pronto. Okay, while we're waiting for my meal to get here, just a little bit of background. Huitlacoche is known as corn smut in the United States, and farmers in America and the United States generally don't want it in their crops. They do everything they can to get rid of it. A lot of agricultural science has been devoted to developing fungicides that will keep it out of the corn crop. But Mayans and other indigenous cultures in Mexico have been using Huitlacoche as part of their diet since before the Spaniards got there. They called it Huitlacoche, and some translations call it, say that means something like excrement from a sleeping crow. There are some other more poetic translations of that word, but the Spaniards now call it, and the Mexicans call it Huitlacoche generally. Huitlacoche is a fungus that infects ears of corn and causes the kernels in the corn to puff up and then turn a bluish gray, almost black color as it progresses, as it matures. If it's harvested in the less mature phase, then it can be used as a food product, totally edible, and has been a part of Mexican diet for centuries. Now, it wasn't until the last few decades that Mexican chefs have rediscovered it, but it was part of Mexican diet in homes across the country, mostly in central Mexico and in southern Mexico. Considered a poor person's food, Mexican chefs rediscovered it, introduced it into their gourmet cooking, and now it's known as a delicacy in Mexican restaurants, sometimes called Mexican truffle and other names to make it sound really super cool. So they put it in quesadillas, soups, tacos, other dishes. With my quesadilla, I'm having an horchata to drink, a rice drink, very popular. I love them. So I'm looking forward to enjoying this meal. Okay, so this is my quesadilla de Huitlacoche. And these are the Huitlacoche kernels, galls that are put into it. Not sure how they prepared it. What else? There's cheese in there I can see. Looks like there may be some mushrooms, but I'm not exactly sure. But cheese and Huitlacoche for sure. A true quesadilla. Looking forward to enjoying it. I have my sauces here. I was warned that this one is very spicy, so I will not have that one. I might test those. No, generally I'm not a salsa person. And I've got my horchata, so buen provecho, bon appetit. I will enjoy. a savory flavor, a little spicy, not hot, it's not burning my mouth at all. Other than that, it's got its own unique taste, and I encourage you to try it if you get the opportunity. Buen provecho. Bon appetit. Corn smut. Delicious. So, I went up to pay my bill and had a very nice conversation with the waitress who helped me out. And then, after I paid my bill, she gave me this. So totally cool. So, I'm recommending Jaime Mex's restaurant here in Woodburn, Oregon. The food was great, the service friendly, and I'm sure they'll look forward to seeing you here. So if you live in the area, drop on by.